Guitar. Surprise Synopsis.
Surprise and Synopsis.
Surprise Synopses, yeah. Oh my God, you're that famous podcaster. You're Damien from Surprise Synopses. You're the one who's like, I've been here the whole time.
Ugh, unhand me.
No, but I love you. Just shut up and let me love you. Tool Story's the best bitch ever.
Podcasting is nothing but playing with the gravel beside life's great highway.
What the fuck?
This is not what you like on the show.
Fans disgust me.
But I listen to every episode. I like, shared, and subscribed.
Who shares?
Me! I told all my friends about this show.
I thought we were to do a happy episode.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, you fucking idiot.
Uh-oh.
You fucked it.
What have I done?
Harley's crying and it's not because of me this time.
Is this the worst timeline?
Surprise Synopses minor intro.
Alright, let's do this hat off my noggin and let's put it in your bobbin. Alright, give it.
Welcome to Surprise Synopses, a show where we take a random trope, a random genre, and try and get the intro out as quick as possible because they're already picking a trope. I don't have time to fuck around.
No wasted time.
You should know what this is by now.
There's no brakes on the pitch train.
Yeah, if you're listening for the first time ever, why
Don't.
this episode? Let us know.
Okay.
And the trope is...
So, guys, this is going to be our, we do the opposite of what we usually do kind of episode.
God.
Where I said it was going to be a happy episode and we actually started out really evil because our trope is long lost identical twin.
Oh.
Ooh. You have to make it fun though. We're having a fun day.
Well, yeah.
No bloody German Nazi concentration camps for you.
What? Wait, how many Oh, probably a lot, hey.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything in a concentration camp, but there was a bunch of Nazism in your silent detective boys from Brazil.
Oh, yeah, but they were the bad guys. That gets past. So let's talk about long lost identical twin as a trope.
Yes, such as in that episode of Treehouse of Horror where Bart's long lost evil twin is up in the attic the whole time.
What a movie.
What a 8-minute segment on a 22-minute show.
Yeah. Yes, Treehouse of Horror 28. What a classic that was.
Yeah.
I think the most classic one is the one with Lindsay Lohan in it.
Hard agree.
Hard agree.
Is that a remake?
It is.
It would get him so hard when he was a 14-year-old boy.
Double Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, my dream?
I've got 2 boners. Wait.
Are they allowed to be? Are they allowed to kiss because they're sisters?
Yeah,
but
now
only
kiss.
one of them exists.
Oh, God.
What was that movie called?
It's called The Parent Trap.
Thank you. Yeah, my God, I kept thinking of Freaky Friday.
No, Freaky Friday, we've already done that one. So this is Long Lost Identical Twin. Freaky Friday, no, fuck. Parent Trap and the original Parent Trap, in which they were much younger than the Lindsay Lohan ones.
I have seen the
what else has Long Lost Identical Twins?
So a movie that I kept watching 20 minutes at a time every 3 weeks when it was on at 1 a.m. on prime television was Man in the Iron Mask.
Yes.
Tale about
Spoiler
the
alert.
French king who had a long lost twin in the French prison, and they had him in an iron mask because he looked so like the king that the 3 musketeers were like, let's just swap him.
Because he was
a shithead.
Yeah, because he was a risk to the king because they've got like a spring-loaded other king that they can just put in place. And
Why didn't the king just kill his brother then?
I think he didn't want to because he was his brother and he might need him for something later.
But he was happy to put him in an iron mask and put him in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't want anyone to know that he had an identical twin.
Yeah. But
hence the mask. 3
musketeers found out about it and had a plan to spring the brother and instill him as the king of France.
Ooh. Did it work?
I did eventually see the end of the movie after several fortnights.
Yes.
I thought they all died at the end.
Yeah, they did, except for Aramos, I think, survived.
Oh, yes. Aramos. He's my 3rd favourite of the Wiggles.
Oh, mine too. Who's your favourite musketeer? Said no one ever. It's Porthos for those playing at home. Porthos.
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 Was he the chubby one?
He's the pig.
He's like, you always just
There's
ate.
the monkey, the fish, the priest, and the pig. The power of Musketeer was irrepressible.
Okay.
Don't Google it, Harley.
I was just.
We're having a lovely conversation.
Yeah, way to just go on your
thing
phone,
was
you
better 'cause
millennial.
I was like, wait, are the three characters named Ethos, Pathos, and
No.
Yeah, okay.
Mykonos? Yes.
I was completely wrong.
There's Aramos, Porthos, and
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki, and D'Artagnan is the younger one.
Aramis, Porthos, and D'Artagnan. So yeah.
Yes.
Cool story. Let's cut that out.
No,
Oh,
we're leaving
rude.
all that in.
So I just want to say a few more things about Lost before we get into the pitching.
Fine.
So I think Long Lost Identical Twin is a really interesting trope, not only because it saves on actors, because you just get the one dude to play both, but it's like you can get two people who were like, they started from the same thing, and you can kind of juxtapose their different lives that they might have
Yeah,
led.
sort of the nature versus nurture sort of.
Yeah, I was going
deal,
to say, genetics versus their upbringing.
You know what I think is a Long Lost Identical Twin kind of movie in a really roundabout way? Sliding Doors.
I know enough about this to agree with you in principle, but no more.
So instead of being separated at birth, it's a story about this one woman in this one timeline, and she either catches a train or misses a train, and it's like a real coin flip thing, and it creates two different timelines,
Oh, yeah.
and the story kind of like switches between them, and one of them gets a haircut and one of them doesn't, which is how you can keep them straight. And so there's these two kind of like identical people with like a slightly different set of events unfolding, and their lives take radically different turns, and at the end the timelines kind of coalesce and they kind of merge back, but it's kind of like doing the same thing.
Yeah, so it's really remedial chaos theory, like season 3, episode 4 of Community.
Oh my fucking God.
Fuck this guy.
The audacity on you to bring that up again.
Has to Google the Three Musketeers, knows the episodes of Community off by heart. Your producer, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
When I was a kid.
who would like to be reunited with their long lost identical twin first?
Probably Alex, since she's so hell-bent on having this be a positive episode, she can set the train.
You know what?
Who started the positivity train?
That's me.
Choo choo.
I've actually
Damien
always
Station has arrived.
I've always wanted a long lost
fuck.
identical twin. Always.
Would that make things better or worse, or at least more interesting?
I've definitely wanted a twin.
Yeah.
I've never thought about the long lost. I've never added that.
No, I've always wanted an identical twin.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I've got a sister. She's great, but it's enough. I don't want another me running around. Like, I'm good
No,
with
but think of
sisters.
all the hijinks you could pull.
Yeah, me and my sister aren't like each other at all. I feel like another me would be mint.
We'd just tell each other, oh, we should really practice guitar some more, shouldn't we? Yeah. Do you want to do it? Nah, let's play Smash Bros.
We'd always have someone
I would
to play
have someone to
sport
play
with.
Smash Bros against, though.
But,
No,
like,
you're not thinking big enough. This is like you're pulling off a heist kind of
Oh,
scam.
who would, like, what would
Or
happen
going to
though,
each
like,
other's
if he was
work.
always better, but you're twins? Like, would that mess with your head? You're like, well, if they're better at this, maybe I'm inferior in every way. Maybe I'm the shit twin.
I've seen that happen to twins. One of
One's
them is
more
like
inferior.
academically better, and the other one just collapses eventually. They just like get hammered down by life.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. They weren't identical though, but one was like very academic and one was like sporty. But the academic one was like super sporty as well. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the shit twin.
no one wants to be the shit twin, Alex.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be the shit tin.
Twin. I'd definitely be the shit twin. I'm definitely shit. There's like,
Wow.
it'd be difficult for someone to be shitter than me in my circumstance.
Oh, Alex.
Not in a bad
Oh,
way.
don't be
I
like
guess
that.
that's a bad way.
It'd be
I'm
impossible for someone to be a shitter than me, given my
the same
circumstances. Alex, come on now.
You okay?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh my god. Great happy episode, guys.
All right, I got historical.
Haven't even pitched it. Oh, historical. That's my one.
Beyond
Yeah.
Blue are things you can call. They'll chat to you about stuff.
No, you're all
Are you
right.
telling me specifically?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think you need more than Damien right now. And I already know the numbers.
I doubt that.
How does that feel, Alex? You're getting pity from Harley.
Good.
No,
Oh.
genuine emotional support. Damien.
Jacques.
Not just flashy card tricks.
You liked my card
I do.
tricks.
I love it. I want to see more of it, not less.
Yeah, card tricks don't really play on podcasts, though. So that's,
No.
you know, you have to wait.
Silence and ooze for like 2
Yeah.
minutes.
No.
Just-
But just do one so we can get the whoosh.
All right, you guys ready? Ready to be impressed by my card trick? What a wizard I am.
Wow, where did it go? It disappeared. Like magic.
Wait.
It just cracked and gone.
Otherwise, Alex is going to crack the shit.
And while holding both my hands in the air, it will reappear on my mouth.
Oh my god, it's so salivary.
You didn't make any gurgle noises. You would just be like, and then like a little bit of vomit comes out.
For all our ASMR listeners.
That's really what they want. Apparently some people are sympathetic vomiters. So keep going down this road.
I can smell vomit now. I can smell the acidicness in the back of my throat when you vomit.
Vile.
No.
Yeah, you pushed me into it too far.
Jeez. Well, at least we got you not thinking about how much of the shit twin you would be.
He says, reminding her.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
what's your
just
friggin'
back.
thing?
I don't know. I haven't been thinking about it. I've been laughing.
Oh yeah, but what does it say?
Historical.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
He's trying to really rig those drawers, huh, Damien?
It's just Man in the Iron Mask again.
And again and again.
So many masks.
I'll just repitch that Barbie movie where they're like, I'm just like you, you're just like me. Neither of you seen that?
No.
So it's like a pauper and the princess look identical, so they switch places and then hijinks ensue.
And you're saying this is a Barbie movie?
Yeah.
The Prince and the Pauper, a classical tale.
No, like it's a princess and a dressmaker and they look identical.
No, this is in the public domain. It's a million different things.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like... And what, they do that as well?
It's
They
the pauper
switch?
and the prince,
Yeah,
right?
it's the thing.
And they look identical and they switch over?
Yeah.
Do they sing that song though?
No.
I just, even as a kid, I always like really struggled with like the princess, like the dressmaker who like was working for nothing because the parents took out like a loan when they were born to feed it, and so this girl's like a slave now, and then the princess is like, I have to learn education when I just want to draw, and she's like, oh no, I'm so sorry for you. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you are a slave, and I like, even as a 5-year-old, I'm like, can't relate. This doesn't make any sense, and I couldn't move past that for the film, so I didn't really like it. 6 out of 10.
Socioeconomic structures, they're burnt in young.
Yeah, maybe slaves just think differently about life.
I'd have been like, I'm Jeez the princess. Shut the fuck up. Just be like Jesus.
You know, with slaves, you don't have to worry about getting fired or
Thinking
you
about
know,
what
like
you're doing.
yeah,
You
like
just get
where's the next
told.
meal coming from?
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty aggressive. They were like, she was like, I'm gonna whip you.
Like
Probably.
slaves basically just get universal basic income, right?
Basically.
Yeah, right.
Okay, sure.
Have we stalled
You know,
long
talking. No, I just started thinking about other slaves. Like, you know, the slave that went with the guys to find like Northern America, and then he was like equal for the whole time. Then they came back and then they beat him.
Wasn't that Pocahontas?
What?
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So who are the two? Is it like
Lewis and
Erickson?
Clark.
Yes, Lewis and Clark. And so you know how they went and like explored, and there was like not Pocahontas, the other chick, Sacagawea, and they like went and like for 2.5 years went and like discovered all Northern America. And so I can't remember which one of them, but his slave went with him, and like during the whole time he was just like an equal, and all they called them Indians, were like really like more interested in the black dude because like, wow, your skin's darker than I was like, that's insane. And like he was really good like into like for them to get into him, and he was like equal, and when they would vote he would got an equal vote, an equal say and everything. Like he was like just like a normal person. And then they come back after 2.5 years, and the king or whoever was like, wow, congratulations, thanks for doing that, you all get all this land and like stuff like that, but the slave didn't get anything. And he's like, okay, that's fair enough, I won't have any land, but like, can I just have my freedom? And the guy was like, no, you're still my slave. So he goes back into slavery after for 2.5 years being like, this guy's equal. And then there's like a letter that came from the guy, and he's like, my slave has been, or whatever his name was, has been like really mopey since we've got back, so I had to beat him.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh. And so like almost a really good story, and then they're like, but then he beats his slave.
That sounds like one of our pitches. Like, it starts riding up and then, well, depressing ending.
It's a pretty kinky society that it's like, oh man, morale's low. Time for some
Beatings.
leather beatings.
Yeah.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah. Like, is that... I don't know. I don't find it to be as much of a pick-me-up as slaves, maybe. I don't know. That would make me feel worse.
Well,
Am I crazy?
Yeah, but you're a slave, but you're like,
Yeah, the
you have to
idea
do
is
it
if
out
you
of
do
fear
the
of...
thing, the beating stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's just you being mopey, if you're just feeling out of sorts,
Yeah.
I'm not sure a beating would really pick me up.
It'd get you moving quicker.
It's not a day brightener, is
Yeah.
it? Having a beating.
I not sure that slave drivers typically use positive reinforcement.
Yeah, no one gets a little snacky snack like a bocconcino.
Uh-huh.
Labradors get trained way better than slaves.
They don't have happy episodes like us.
Nope, every day is just a shit episode.
Oh, like us.
Sounds like my days that end in Y.
Wow, is that a dad joke? Where's your child?
No, it's because they all end in Y. And existence is pain.
His child is being raised by Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, I was like, whoosh.
She got everything in a divorce.
All right, let's just make this up as we go along.
Yeah. Wait, what? Have you guys not been doing that?
Yeah,
I'm very
too busy
disappointed.
talking. I haven't been
I've
thinking.
been writing these pictures meticulously for every combination
I
of
thought
trope
that
and
was the
genre.
entire premise of the activity we're engaged in. All right, go. You've got a long-lost identical twin in historical setting.
The person who does not yet know that they have a twin is going to be...
No, pick your setting.
It's historical.
When are we?
It's in a historic setting.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Kyle Castle.
Yeah, we are in medieval times where there are princesses and princes, and I'm going to go back to what I'm good at, which is princess stories.
Okay.
Okay,
You're
so...
much better than I am.
Thank you, I think.
Uh-huh.
Why is there so many pee bottles on the floor?
Pee bottles.
Drink bottles, Alex. I just haven't
Sure.
refilled them with water yet.
Okay,
They're all
anyway.
filled with urine.
You know what the government does with my urine?
Ooh.
So
There's so many nitrogens in it.
many nitrogens.
Yeah, in my urine.
I thought you were saying there's so many nitrogens.
That's Alex, because one of the main components of urine is urea, which is a nitrogen-based compound.
Yeah, your urine maybe.
Yeah, mine's exclusively vodka.
Does not surprise
Alex,
me.
that there are no nitrogens in ethanol.
Nope.
It really sounds like I should have a follow-up segment, doesn't it? But I don't. Congratulations on getting something factually accurate for a change.
I'm factually accurate most of the time.
Yeah, Trump
Oh,
space
said the lady that 2 seconds ago claimed she peed vodka.
Said most of the time. All right, anyway, we are in a medieval setting.
Yep.
And there is a family of princes and princesses because there's a queen and a king, and there's like quite a few siblings. And the oldest boy is of age to get married. He's like a little bit like girls get married off at like 16 or like 18, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
But the boys are like more like 20, 21. So he's like turning 21 and it's like, okay, on your 21st birthday, we're going to have a ball and you're going to pick someone to get married. But he's actually not the most important part. He's not the point of the ball. The protagonist. He's not the protagonist. He's just a boy.
Mm-hmm.
The second eldest is a girl, and she is the only girl in the family. The next 4 kids underneath her are all boys, and so she's very like looked after and it's like daddy's little girl, and like obsessed with, and like he's got her lined up within the next like year or so to marry some king over there to like just
Political
like
marriage.
massive, like he's like got all these like dreams for her, and she just like doesn't want a bar of it. She's in love with the horseman, the stable boy. The higher than the stable boy. Next up, he's in charge of the horses. All right, he's somewhere. He's
like
a
a page or something?
businessman.
Stable manager.
Yeah, stable manager. So he's a businessman, and he's rode up in those
He's got
the
a
ladder of horsing.
Stable career.
Yeah, good one.
No,
Oh.
don't give me anything for that. I don't want your praise.
So she is like, I don't want to do this marriage thing, and like there's nothing really she can do about it, but she's like sort of looking forward to this ball thing. So you're sort of with her, and like she goes out and talks to the horseman dude because he is there, and when people get out of the carriages to take the horses to the horse area, and so she goes out there to sort of talk to him.
He's the valet. He's like parking people's horses.
Yeah, he's the nay valet.
The nay valet, as they were known.
Yes, that was
the Dark
that was the
Ages.
historical thing. I was accurate with that.
Yes, you were.
Sure. So she goes out there to sneakily, like, you know, maybe just like gaze at him because he's cute or whatever. And a girl gets out of one of the things, the carriages, and looks exactly like her. And they like look at each other and they're like all like gobsmackarondo and they're like, what the fuck? Oh my God, they're like looking at each other. And she like walks up and they're like right in front of each other and they don't say anything and they just like sort of together, like they walk all to the side. And they're like, what the hell? This is so weird. They're like, oh my God, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. And she's like, who are you? Like, where are you from? Like, why are you like this? And she's like, oh, I like live down there. Like, she's like a nothing person. Like, but the ball's open to everyone sort of thing. They're very nice king and queen. Yeah. So she's like not like poor.
So this new person is kind of like more of a commoner.
Yeah. So she's like high up commoner, but like definitely not hierarchy of the royals
she's
or whatever.
Peasant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the levels are, but yeah, so like rich, like she can afford a nice gown and come and she's invited, like she's not like poor.
Sure,
poor.
so maybe she's in like the merchant class.
Yeah, exactly. Her dad owns a shelf on which they sell canned goods.
One shelf. Canned
like,
goods?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Which are like good or some anachronisms.
That hurts. Oofed.
And
Big mood.
the princess... Oh, sorry. Continue with your canned jokes.
No. Oh, my canned laughter.
It's canned.
Right.
No, you can continue.
Thank you.
It only encourages me, Harley. Mr. Stable Courier.
So, they sort of like get ushered along, and for some strange reason that we don't know, when she and her counterparts come in, so they're still out on the veranda, and then for some reason the like king comes out really angry and like sees the parents who brought the daughter, and they're like, and he's like, they're all over to the side, so he sees him yelling and he's like, what are you doing here? Like, you're never gonna come back. Like, we've had this agreement. And they're like, oh my God, like and he's like, no, you have to leave right now. And so they like call the girl, and she like walks over to them, and they're like walking back to the carriages, like, and you brought her? And he's like, you could never come back here again. If I ever see your faces, I'll have your entire family murdered. Something insane. Yeah. And he like storms back inside, and the daughter's like, holy shit, like what the fuck's going on
but the
here?
cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah.
She knows.
But he didn't know that she was over there, so he doesn't know that she knows she's in the shadows. Okay. And she's like, oh my God. So the next day, or maybe during the ball, because everyone's in dress, we've already got it set up, we might as well just use the scene.
We've hired the hall.
She goes and uses this opportunity, because there's so much riffraff going around, or not riffraff, that's like completely wrong word. There's like so much rowdiness going around that she has an opportunity to talk to some of the older servers and waitresses, or whatever they call them, the people that work in the castle.
Yep. The staff.
Slaves.
And she's like,
the help.
Sure, slaves.
The vizier.
The help.
The cook.
The help.
The attendants.
The wizard.
The miladies, my second lady, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And she's like asking them all these questions, and they're like, oh my God, I can't say anything, but like she kept asking strategic questions to different people, and like sort of pieces together that something happened when she was born, and like something may have happened, but she doesn't quite know. But she's piecing, she's like, oh my God, like, and maybe like something she remembers, and they'll think, the writers will think about this. I'm just pitching the idea. But somehow she develops, and she figures out without her dad or mum knowing, that she now knows she has an identical twin that they gave away when then they were born, and it was something to do with politics. Maybe like they wanted to only marry this guy, and they didn't want a second one. They didn't want to have like that. Yeah. Something around. It made sense with the politics. They'll figure that out too. That's for the writers to figure out. Yeah, so her story is, it's probably you. You like her history. You'll think of a reason.
That's what I'd have to do.
I'm already writing the sequel to this.
Yeah, so
just so you know.
So they do that, and so she goes down and finds this girl and is like, trade places with me. They will never know. I can run away with the horse guy, or I can just take your place here with your family, and then I can marry the horse person, and you can live in riches.
Yeah, you can have,
but
like,
you're
enough
gonna
food to eat or something.
Yeah, but you can all they're in kind of, but like you can be a princess, and like you can go marry this rich guy. Then like, because you don't, maybe she doesn't really like her family very much or something, or they like come to a conclusion and like, okay, we're gonna switch places, and they switch places. And the girl, the son gets like decided to be married, and so to some girl they picked, and so they are like moving away to go do that wedding. And during that time, they do the cool switch, and they switch over, and she like goes down to like the man she is in love with, and like
The,
is like
the Nene Valet.
yeah, the Nene Valet man. And she's
Wesley.
like, I confess my love to you. Like, we can run away. Like, this is our opportunity. And he's like, who are you, you crazy person? What are you talking about? The princess is up there. Like, you're just some girl that looks like her.
Oh, like he knows she's got the hots for him, like the princess. He's like, the princess is up there and she has a thing for me.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna
I love
ride
her
that.
too.
Yeah.
And like, you need to get away from me because you are some, like, cool, you look like her, but you're not her. And I
Yeah.
don't want anything to bar with you. And she's like, oh my God, what's happened? And she tries to like switch back. Like, she goes home and cries or something happens.
Yeah.
It's like a movement of a couple days. They come back from the wedding. And she wants to switch back with this girl, and she's like, it didn't work. Like, what am I going to do? Like, all this other stuff, shit as well. And the other girl's like, I love being a princess. This is awesome. Like, guards, like, take this girl away.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And because the king then finds out that she came back, and he warned the family
Oh,
to that they had to go.
consequences.
The king kills the husband. The dad, or the guy who adopted the daughter for him.
Oh, right, the dad, yeah.
Yeah, he gets like hung in the town circle.
Oh, right.
What a
Yep.
happy
So
bitch.
how does the imposter princess feel about this? Is she just like, oh, whatever, he served his purpose? Or she's like, oh, my pa.
Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way, that she's like, whatever, finally, and like leaves. And that just means like now this princess goes to literally nothing because he was the money earner. So now she's just poor and nothing.
Yeah. He was the
Shit.
merchant.
And has this no
Yeah.
connection
I mean-
with that mum, because this mum actually speaks to her kids, and she's like, oh my God, this is different, and she's not trying to be it. And now this other princess gets everything she wants, and to marry the king and become a queen of like this whole land.
Yeah. Because I thought your ending was going to be like the dragging him towards the gallows, and then the fake princess is like, that's actual real my puppy. It was a ruse. We traded
don't
places.
kill him.
Yeah. And, sort of abate the execution.
Oh, man, this is a really, like, be careful what you wish for scenario.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, I'd give it all to be like,
Yeah.
like some terrible slave.
That's a trope we should have. Be careful what you wish
Be
for.
careful what you wish for.
Because it's such an invitation for the universe to fuck with you. So hard.
Or maybe even make it even more fucked up. All three of them get killed.
What, the mum, the dad, the real princess who's pretending, just
Yeah.
they're all
They all
harmed.
just get killed.
But no, I'm the real princess.
Yeah.
Oh my
And then the
God.
princess just gets to live out her life as the fake princess gets
She's
to live
like,
her
wow,
life out as the
I
real
really
princess.
got everything I ever wanted.
Yeah.
This worked out well for me.
And it was like, yeah, it's just
Wait,
like
so does that
super
mean
weird.
that the one that started Paul and became the princess, is she the actual main character now, if she survives? Or are we still following the princess and like her grisly death is like the end?
That could be cool. That it's like the protagonist switches as
the
they switch
protagonist
who
is
they
the
are.
princess.
Yeah, so no matter
who's
who the
actually-
princess is, that's the protagonist.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which makes the triple execution even slightly more brutal because it's kind of off screen a little bit.
Yeah, like she's not even like really there. Like
Yeah.
maybe like
Oh,
she
yes,
hears about
whatever.
it and like it's happening and she like closes the
Very
window
good,
or
very
something.
good. We have to go
Yeah.
invade Portugal or something.
Yeah, she's like tough.
Yeah.
titties,
Switch
don't give a fuck.
switch
Wow.
protagonist
Yeah.
style.
That was a long lost protagonist from Separated at Birth.
All right.
I like it.
Downer ending.
Yeah, jeez. come
Sorry,
on.
I was trying to be so positive.
I had such high hopes when you're like, all right, I'll do a princess one, it'll be great. It's like, yes, here we go. Some wholesome, good to, oh God. Oh, what's happening? Oh no.
It keeps getting worse.
The Nene Valet gave her the no-no.
But not the fun no-no.
He gave her a solid nay.
Oh, boy.
Jeez. The tone is so grim,
Gravity
guys.
increased because that was heavy.
All right, I'm gonna lighten it up. Whatever I'm gonna pull, it's gonna be like a real
Well,
up.
it's not going to be historical. So.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Oh, boy.
Okay. God damn it!
What is it?
Pissing courtroom drama.
Yeah, it's pissing in a courtroom
yeah,
drama.
Good luck, Dave. You're having fucking fun with this.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, I'm gonna sit back, relax, and think about episode 2. And
I think this could be really awesome. I've actually already thought of a few cool things.
Okay. So what we're doing is it's a God. I want this to be really happy, but
Yeah, it can't be.
There's no, like-
it could be a historical court case, like the
It could be Jack the
1930s
Ripper.
one. Oh, I was gonna go for the American one
uh,
in the 30s.
hang on. I'm having an idea.
Ooh.
Yep.
He's laying an
live.
ideas egg.
Oh God, it's crowning. Push, Damien.
I know this is not the right time, but what a cloaca you have.
That's what they all say. That's more cloaca than I was expecting, said baffled anatomists.
Anatomist.
Sure. Okay, so my long-lost identical twin courtroom drama is actually going to be a bit of a tricky switcheroo type courtroom drama, in which the kind of main thrust of the event is going to be a person, and it opens with someone just on the internet browsing and like drinking his coffee and having a bit of a snack, and he is looking at some funny memes on the internet.
Yeah.
And he's looking at a compilation of like viral videos or whatever, and all of a sudden one of the videos he sees is like him, right? It's like definitely his face, and he's like, wait a minute, what the hell? I've never been in this video. Like, these events have not transpired for me, but that's unmistakably me. That's really weird. So what's happened is that he's got a long lost identical twin, and he's ended up just seeing him through this kind of like Funniest Home Videos style like meme, like video compilation where he like fell over or oh no it's he's on the news and he sees like a funny like news blooper where someone's like his long lost twin is reporting on some events, and someone comes in and like is like blah, and like hi mom and whatever, interrupts it. So that's the context in which he sees him. So he's kind of got a normal reporter type like financial reporter, financial analyst kind of job. And he's like, oh my God, I'm going to have to find that guy. And he goes and calls him and tracks him down. And he's like, holy shit, it's like, it's uncanny. Like this, I can't believe it had a thing. And he's like, oh man, I've been a bit of a hard way. I'm a financial analyst, but I'm working with this firm and they've really and things have taken a bad turn for me. And I'm kind of trapped. And there's like all these layoffs and I'm really not sure what to do. And the other person is a bit of a more of a kooky, schemer, entrepreneur type fellow. This is the original character. So he's like, oh, maybe we should kind of do some kind of get some revenge on this business, or
do a scheme.
Yeah, let's do a kooky scheme. So
let's do a naughty.
So what happens is they kind of work towards this plan. So there's a bit of a heist scenario where they're kind of plotting and scheming, getting blueprints and financial records and doing transactions, and they're both kind of doing bits and pieces. And the crux of it is they're gonna take this company for millions of dollars.
Yep.
They're a real bad company and they're polluting the environment, and he has to report on them, but he can't kind of make any. He can't dob them in because they're above the law. So they're going to get their revenge and steal all this money from this bad company. So he kind of goes about running this dodgy scheme and calling them and is like, oh, I'm with security. So they kind of hack this place to get some money, but they're leaving this kind of intense paper trail. And then he obviously gets arrested for it. Right, because there's all this evidence that he'd done it, and there's security camera footage of him doing it, and whatever. So they're kind of prosecuting him and laying out the evidence, and there's this investigation, and it goes to court, and blah blah blah, and then the kind of late breaking piece of evidence that they kind of had to enter into discovery is that there's this new footage of this same person doing more crimes while he was still in jail. He was literally
while he was on.
Yeah, he was like, "What? How can it be me? This whoever's doing this thing is still actively stealing," and it's it can't have been me because I was in the docks the whole time.
Yeah,
and also here's this footage of me sitting at a McDonald's for 8 hours while the crime was done being committed, and so they've made it really obvious that he's stolen it. But then there's all this wacky other evidence that kind of gets him off the hook, and they're like, oh man, yeah, this doesn't check out at all. There's definitely footage of him when he couldn't have done it. So maybe he had an accomplice, but then the accomplice is going, and then
but they look identical.
Yeah, because I don't know he's got a brother, right? So he's kind of using it. So the whole thing is they were working together, and then he got busted, and it's looking really bad, and there's a kind of courtroomy. And then all the evidence comes to light, and it turns out that's the twist the whole time. Is
Yeah.
like they wanted to get to court and they wanted it to go to
This was all
the
part of the
courtroom.
plan.
Yeah. And then while they were busy prosecuting this courtroom and their defenses were lowered and the head of security was on the stand testifying,
Yeah.
that's when they kind of do their final big...
All of the company stuff would be entered into discovery as part of the evidence of the crime.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like they're vulnerable when they're kind of taking it to court, and
Yes.
the CEO and they all have to give evidence
Yeah.
that day. So while so they think they've got the main financial analyst guy
Yeah.
on the stand, but it's actually his brother giving evidence and just like kind of playing the role,
Yeah.
while the actual guy is across town while it's like unguarded, unsafe, actually doing the proper hack.
Oh,
so everything
God,
else is
there's
just
so many layers.
yeah. So they're just like kind of like drawing them out and getting false clues in this whole thing, and then they like scam it, and then they're like, okay. Meanwhile, in the courtroom, okay, this person's like clearly innocent. We're
Why
like,
can't I hold all this
like-
reasonable doubt?
yeah, I demand a mistrial. Like none of this is going on. None of this is checking out. Like bang bang. Like we find you not guilty, and like you need to get your ducks in a row. Like
Mr. Prosecutor?
Mr. Prosecutor, and he's like kind of released on his own recognizance.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like he's walking out with the briefcase, and Sonny's walking down the street, and then the identical twin like pulls up beside him in the same briefcase and
Yeah.
Sonny's, and they kind of like are just walking along, and the camera's tracking in front of them, and they like kind of look at each other and like look forwards, and they're both just like, yeah, we fucking like got him, ha 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 ha, and then they like both get in a cab,
Yep.
and then it's like bam,
And
They-
Yeah,
they
they're lost.
They both tip their hats at the same time to the CEO on the way past.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, what?
yeah, and he's like, what? You mean you have both? yeah. So the CEO like knows that they're twins, but
Yeah.
it's too late now, CEO, you
double
dickhead.
jeopardy, dickhead.
Yeah. So it's all done. So they beat the system, and it's all courtroomy and intriguey because
Yep.
they didn't know they had identical twins.
I'm not. I don't say this about every pitch. I watch the fuck out of that.
It's there. I did it. It's up. It's a good moody film.
Yeah. It reminds me of a good version of that magic movie, you know, when there's like a certain amount of-
Prestige.
I don't know, and they like remember when they like pass that card around the room, like so the security guard take
Oh,
them, whatever, and they like
yeah.
they do the magic show and
It's-
people
it's
come
called-
in, they take their money.
It's called Now You See Me.
Yeah, that.
I haven't seen it.
But
And then
yours
there's-
sounds like a good version of that.
Okay, Harley, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
If you made a film called Now You See Me,
What would
and
they call the sequel?
yeah,
I would call it Now You Don't.
correct.
Whereas they called it Now You See Me Too!
Yeah. Incorrect.
Did they do two with like a TOO
No.
at least?
No,
Just a number two.
just number 2.
Yep.
Now You
Idiots.
See Me Too.
Did you listen to that episode of Harmontown too?
Yeah, and I was like, Dan Harmon raises a valid point.
I know it goes on for 15 solid minutes about it, but he's right.
Yeah.
Like it feels like they designed it that way too, because Now You See Me. Like it's a perfect duology, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Mark Ruffalo gets them at the end or something, and the second one he can ungets them at the end.
I feel like you could call it Double Jeopardy. This film.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Jeopardy squared.
Why does Jeopardy
Yeah.
this is
Massive
a
tangent.
massive tangent. Why does Jeopardy need everything to be in the form of a question?
Because that's the gimmick of the show.
No, but why is that the
It
gimmick?
doesn't.
But
Because it was pitched back in the 60s when there were a spate of there were hundreds of game shows. So they needed a gimmick to set it apart. Because Jeopardy basically is a straightforward question and answer show, because all the clues that they read out are essentially questions, more or less. And so that was just the gimmick of Jeopardy, was it's hard to
Oh, is that the
trivia.
one where it's like
you just have to,
name a no, like
No, there's
I
a-
am a pedophile. And
This
it's like
city-
what is a
George
pope?
Orwell?
I don't know. Yeah.
what is a pope?
This city was originally named Batmania, probably. Just what is Melbourne? Correct. Like it's question and answer, but with a gimmick, basically.
Yeah, you just have to say what is before your answer.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
For seemingly no
And the
reason.
name's Alex. Thanks, Alex. No problem.
If I ever went on Jeopardy, I would, just to fuck with them, change up the questions. Like, this city was originally called Batmania. Could it possibly be Melbourne? Because everyone just goes, "What is X? What is answer?" But no, I want to live a little more. This is my joie de vivre, manic pixie Harley guy moment.
You could probably frame a question that it would the answer would be correct, but it's not the question that they want. Like, what's something that's not true about Sydney? And they'll be like, take your prize money and get out. Never come back.
Ken Jennings said you were nice.
Security guard drags you off.
Kicking and screaming, please. I'll be back. I'll be back when you do Champions Edition, and I'll win it all, baby.
I'm sorry, what we're looking for is I'll come back for Champions Edition.
Shockingly, it's hard to improv Jeopardy questions, isn't it?
What is improv?
No, I think we can do more, Alex. I think we could stay here a little longer.
I feel like the cane hook is reaching for me, and I'm just like ducking and weaving it.
See, my temptation whenever the vaudevillian crook comes out is just yank it, get them out on stage, see what they're doing.
No,
Probably jerking off.
There's a little I know. I too jerk off with a
12-foot crook.
12-foot crook.
Well, how else do you do it?
I'm just gonna be.
Is there another way?
To be honest, if a 12-foot crook came up to me and said jerk off, I'd be like, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, master.
Or sir. Whatever's open for the day.
Is it the pronoun game?
Yes, Pope.
Is it feminism?
That's the problem with church. Sitting, standing, kneeling. Just pick a position and fuck me.
It's oddly topical.
Look, that's not my joke. That's Jimmy Carr's joke. I stole it.
We're burning some potential listeners with our jokes, for sure. Fuck the Bible, fuck church, fuck religion, no, that's all the same thing. Fuck politics.
I mean, look, if my divisive state politics didn't scare off the lips.
Didn't you cut that out?
The entire
Didn't we
pitch.
cut this out?
No,
you never.
I know I say I edit the show, but I cut out very little.
That's because it's mostly gold.
Yeah, I know. Wear that Spandau ballet song, baby. Gold.
What is your genre?
Swashbuckle.
Ooh, what the fuck is that?
It's an
Alex, please. Not 2 hours ago.
I didn't listen or understand
specifically what swashbuckler was
previously on
with examples.
Real Life.
I feel like I could not have been clearer.
It's still so swashbuckle is you must have a buckle because you're a pirate and you must fly from the chandeliers. You must be a sea pirate.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's it.
I want to swing from the chandelier.
The chandelier.
Can you auto-tune that to make us sound like better?
Oh, give me a clean one and I will.
I want to swing from the chandelier. Chandelier.
All right, yeah.
That's going to take a lot of auto-tune.
I'm doing my best.
Look, I'll be honest, Damien. Your pitch was good, a little breathy. That's right.
Nose whistle.
For those who suffered through episodes 7, 8, 9, oh my god, the nose whistle. I know, all right. I know. No one knows more than I about
We all know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for bearing with me.
If you're still listening, we love you.
All three of you.
Hello, Chrissy, Billy, and does
Billy.
Rachel listen to this?
No.
Okay. Well,
Stone cold, no, she does not.
I could see why she wouldn't.
She's got a low threshold for my nonsense.
Please do your thingy so we can go home.
No, I'm going to keep us here forever. This is a filibuster, baby.
I'm not very good at playing the trumpet, but that's what they're doing at my funeral.
Episode.
Yeah.
Long lost identical twin, swashbuckler.
All right, so
If they are pirates and you don't say Yarmy Hardy at least twice, I'm not listening.
I'm trying to. I really want to do pirates here.
We haven't ever done pirates. Do pirates.
Yeah, do pirates.
Yar.
Pirates of
Me hearty.
Penzance style.
Pirates of the liver. Pancreas.
Yeah, pancreas. You fucking normie.
To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
We both know that's a lie.
What Szechuan sauce?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know.
Wubba lubba dub dub. You stare at whoever said that quote. It's none other than Albert Einstein.
Okay, I'm halfway to my pitch. I'm almost there.
What is it?
Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler.
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh my god, Alex.
I forgot.
Oh my god.
Previously, 5 seconds ago.
Been to so many places, I forgot.
Please, Harley.
Look, I've got an idea for my pitch that I'm
Go.
really dead set on, but I'm trying to work out the fucking story to it because otherwise,
Oh,
you
who
guys are gonna
cares? Just
roast
go.
me
Just
again.
do what
just-
I
just
do
pitch
and
it.
just
Just go.
make it up as you
Start.
go along.
Just talk it through.
All right, it starts off with a one shot.
Oh, for
Oh my
fuck's
god.
sake.
Oh, no.
Of an
Are we-
ocean and a pirate ship?
Are we allowing that?
No.
No,
Take it back.
you cut.
Use at
You
least
cut from
3
one
different
shots.
cameras.
What did I just say? I just said, let me think about this or you guys are going to roast me. So I threw that bait out there and you both took it. I am the
I will
master
go home.
baiter. I baited both of you.
Someone, yeah.
It
Someone needs to
sounds like
masturbate.
masturbate.
Really? Really? You're going to no-sell that joke? Fucking hell, I can't do anything right.
And that was kind of funny. Good job. I would have appreciated if you hadn't have wasted your time thinking up that joke and you had a thought of out of a plot. That would have been more sick, but go ahead.
All right.
Just go, man.
So it opens in a pirate-themed restaurant. It's modern day. And it's like one of those show and dinner kind of places.
And Lindsay Lohan walks in.
Wait, it's a theme restaurant?
Yeah, it's a themed restaurant. Like you pay $150, you get a 3-course meal and like a show. And it's like a
Like
classic...
witches and britches, but R.
Oh, so it's set in the late 80s, early 90s when those things were financially viable.
Well, no, it's set in modern day.
Before it burnt
I
down.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, it's set yesterday.
So it's a modern day. It's set in a blockbuster where they sell typewriters.
Okay, it's modern day. For anyone who's given us the feedback of Harley's pitches take too long, please believe me. I'm trying to get the show on the road.
Rude. All right.
So it's set in the modern day, and it's a theme restaurant, and the whole point is it's sort of like a tribute to Errol Flynn and that early sort of Hollywood swashbuckling adventure, because Errol Flynn was actually born in Australia
yeah.
and moved to the US.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're in Australia right now.
Yes, it's in Melbourne, formerly known as Batmania. Sorry, what is Batmania? And it follows on the owner of the restaurant who plays Errol Flynn. He's still the lead of the show. But he's starting to get up in years, so swinging on the chandelier here is a bit harder now.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's the modern day and theme restaurants are, not doing so well.
Yeah, they're all going bankrupt.
Yeah, because...
Oh, burning down accidentally with quotation
For the
fingies.
insurance.
Yeah.
Were you aggrieved by something? Did you love a theme restaurant that burned down?
Smorgies, yes.
Oh,
I don't know if it
that-
burnt down.
That one was definitely allegedly burnt down for the insurance money.
Yeah.
The one just up here?
Yeah.
Smorgies, yeah.
one-
And also Witches and Britches also burnt down.
Did it?
Yep.
Oh. I really
right.
wanted to go to Dracula's, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, said everyone. That's why they're closed. Sounds like a good idea. I should definitely go to that one day.
Yep. Says the people walking out the front of my protagonist's restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sure they pay their actors in good intentions.
Exposure.
Yeah, exposure bucks.
And anyway, the people who are there really like it, but he's like, oh, God, my back. Reset the chandelier. Oh, the receipts aren't looking so good. And it's clear they're in sort of a financial doldrums. And then...
Yep.
He kisses a lady and he turns into a frog.
At some point, a long-lost identical twin has to occur.
I'm getting
Oh,
there.
yeah. Fuck. I forgot we were doing that.
And then, so we go to the next night and there's another performance, but then there's an older guy who looks kind of familiar, but couldn't place his face if he tried. And he enjoys the show and leaves.
Kinky. Love that.
That's as vanilla as you get. But I really don't have a story. Give me a second.
Is he the twin?
He is the twin, but the thing is, they're both like in their 50s and 60s, so life has made them look different. 'Cause
One has a slightly longer haircut and a
As-
bit of a scar across his cheek.
from swashbuckling.
Yeah.
twins grow older,
One's got a little bit of
you know,
scrubble.
Correct.
life happens.
Yeah,
You start to look a little bit different, at least.
sure.
Um,
Okay, so we've got our twin, and he's come to the restaurant,
yep.
and he's seen the show.
Okay, here we go. Here's the direction. And our protagonist is disheartened to learn that there's another swashbuckling restaurant opening in Melbourne. He's like, I can't keep this
Opening?
one. Yeah, I can't keep this one opening, and now there's competition.
Is this like a Jeopardy plot point where it's the opposite?
Yeah.
And so it's a wacky montage of him trying different things, like audience participation, half-off vouchers, you know, pirates but disco pirates, like all these different wacky things to get people in the door, all while across the road, this other one's being built.
And we hate them, right? We hate this new one.
We
They're the
live
bad
in
guys.
fear of them.
Sure.
'Cause-
So they're like a tacky corporate theatre restaurant.
No, we don't know anything about them, but it's like a new building, so it's more modern. But still, it says like the swashbuckliers coming soon. Mm-hmm. So it's the same gimmick, but it's looking a little nicer, fresher. But it's still that kitschy, you know, 40s, 50s adventure Hollywood.
Literally across the road.
Yeah, I know.
Geniuses.
No, but it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah,
So-
that's the theatre restaurant district.
So hang on. Actually, fuck it. Yes, I've got an ending.
Oh my god. Wait, you don't even have a beginning.
No, no, I'm not. You don't understand pacing. My pacing, at least. So the wacky adventures is sort of like the middle of the movie, trying to like get anyone into his restaurant.
Has he met the twin?
No.
9.
So,
Oh, the twin's going to be the solve. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
oh my god.
Now he has to think of something else.
No, I'm gonna
Prove
do what
you
I said.
wrong.
It's actually Jesus.
Yeah. It doesn't look a thing like Jesus either.
But he looks like a swashbuckler, like you remember.
Yeah,
when
so
you
he's-
watched old movies. Anyway,
so he's trying to
just
revive-
Fucking let me get it.
All right.
mate. God, I'm trying to
Stop
stay
being so
positive.
easily picked up.
What am I, Damien's bitches?
Oh,
Sorry.
Bork, I'm a tree. Russell.
Spin some fire. I got defensive. I'm sorry.
I'm taking my leaves off.
God, that tree's getting naked. Anyway, so basically, he closes the restaurant for a night. He like eventually is so exhausted, his daughter makes him take a night off. Mm-hmm. So he closes the restaurant on the night that the other one premieres. So he's like, you know what? I've been working here for 30 fucking years. I'm going to take a night off. I'm going to enjoy my show. This show that I love, because he wrote it himself. He puts it on. He cares about it. He's going to see someone else's version of it. So he goes across the road, pays his $150, gets his shitty martini and whatever, and sits down. And the show comes in. And it's the same sort of kitschy stuff, but with a little bit more modern, slicker production. Mm-hmm. But then the lead of the show is that older guy from the restaurant earlier.
He's twin.
Yes. And
Oh.
he's like, "What? That guy was at my restaurant. Was he stealing my ideas?" Anyway,
Yes.
he waits around the back of the thing for the guy to leave.
Beats him up.
Confronts him, and he's like, "What, you stealing my gimmick? No. I swear, I love your gimmick. Just please, give me one night. Run your show tomorrow, and I'll show you what I mean." And he's like, "Okay. All right." So, 'cause
The
he's
weirdest
not
sentence ever.
He's not really committed to like beating this guy up. He's just more frustrated that his dream is dying, where it looks like, because this is opening night, and opening nights are usually packed, that this guy is succeeding. Mm-hmm. So this guy goes and runs his restaurant the next night, same dreary thing. But then about halfway through his show, there's the ground starts shaking a little bit, and he's like, "What the hell is that? Can you bring the house lights up?" And you can see out the front of the restaurant through the pane glass windows is the pirate ship set from the other restaurant. It's sailing towards his restaurant, and all the diners are following along. And so the guy who leads the other show invades his show and is like, "Ah, little do you know, Eric, I am your long-lost twin brother, and my show is coming to invade your show." And then like everyone's like, "This is new meta-textual storytelling for an old format. Oh, I'm so into this." And so they sort of improv off each other, and at the end they meet up backstage like, "That was the best show I've ever done. That was the best show I ever had." And then they sort of hash it out and realize they are in fact long-lost brothers. Twins. And they grew up on the same Errol Flynn movies together, but it was like really young, so they don't really remember it. They just have the memory of the movies.
They don't remember That they were old enough to remember a movie, but they weren't old enough to remember they had a
They
sibling.
were like 2 or something. I don't remember what happened to me when I was 2.
But you remember movies that you'd watched?
So was his intention the whole time to revitalize his brother's thing? So
that's the whole thing, is they now sell it as a package gimmick. As like one of them invades the other's one, and like dinner, get up and move to the other one and continue the show.
Yeah, okay. So they just have 2 venues, one across from each other that
they
interact.
invade each other and they do stories together.
Yeah. It's like those Maccas that have Maccas on each side of the highway, and they've got tunnels.
Yes, but with the song and dance and Errol Flynn, and then they they're not rolling in money, but they're happy because they've come together, they're sharing it, and the restaurants are doing well enough that they can all survive. The daughter goes off to super college or whatever, and they take a bow together, and as they bow down out of frame, cut to the credits and. Yeah, that's my long lost identity twin swashbuckle movie that was happy.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
It's good. Sure.
And no one died. Huh, I didn't know you could do that in a pitch.
So the secret to running a successful restaurant is to double the rent. Interesting.
Yeah, and
Before you quit, you got to commit.
change from doing one thing in one restaurant every night to doing the same
like
thing every night, but in 2 restaurants.
Like people don't
joining together.
Yeah, people don't like this art form. But what if it was a much more expensive way?
Yeah, and they had to get up and walk around.
Of my movie, but we're here doing a free podcast.
What?
At least those guys get dinner.
I want dinner.
I want dinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my swashbuckle.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, we got there. I kind of like that the twin was there but didn't reveal himself.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't making sense to me. But then by the time the movie was over, it's like,
he was there, like seeing because he got things we didn't see in the movie, but through the context of whatever. That twin also loves Errol Flynn stuff, so he was showing up. He's like, I've heard about this restaurant that does this swashbuckle show. And so then he's like...
So he goes there, sees the guy, realizes that he's twin, realizes that he has to help because it's a dying medium.
And the only way he can help is by doubling down, because he loves this stuff too.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be a part of the show, but he can't just be like, I'm your long-lost twin. Can I be in your show too, please?
Why couldn't he have not done that?
Because that's the less whimsical and magical and fun thing to watch for 90 minutes.
I feel like this definitely needs to be a cartoon and like very like Futurama-y where like his one is like really shitty wooden one and then this one has like big beaming lights like
Carrie Hughes, James Masters live action, baby.
No, that seems like a lot.
You know,
I feel like this is too stupid of a storyline for like
to
this to not be a cartoon.
them, one could be like a pirate themed one, and the other one could be like a kind of a British Navy themed one. So it's like they're kind of like natural rivals.
Yeah, the British one serves East Indian tea.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You'll have to explain to me the historical context of that later, but I think I made the joke accurately.
Yeah.
Was the East Indian Trading Company a real thing, or was it just in Pirates of the Caribbean?
We're going to talk off air.
Alex, what did you think of my pitch?
You honestly don't want to know.
I do want to know. Roast me like I'm coffee beans, baby.
Well, I think what's important is that you tried your best.
God, damned by faint praise if
And
I've ever heard it.
you chose to make something unnecessarily hard for yourself. And I respect that you try and play the victim in that, even though it was your own fault.
Wow.
Is because you wanted us to do.
On one hand, Harley did ask for that. Like, Harley knew exactly what he was asking for when he said, "What did you think of my pitch, Alex?"
Yeah.
So, like, you've just served him up what he ordered. You asked
for a Krabby Patty, you got a Krabby Patty.
Yeah, I was just hoping for some, description of the content of the film, not of me as a person and a podcaster. I show up here midday every Sunday trying my best, and I'm like, let's throw it at Alex. Let's see what she thought of my idea this time. Give her a chance, not just roast me, but, discuss the ideas at hand.
I just thought it made no sense then if you want me to talk about the pitch.
Wait, what do you mean midday Sunday?
When the podcast comes out.
Yeah, wait.
This is a live radio show.
Oh, yeah, it's midday Sunday. What are you talking about? I knew that.
Hopefully not the roast bit, though.
No, I'll leave that in. If the listeners aren't showing up for you to bitch me out, what are we here for?
Well, you asked specifically, and I gave you an out.
You're right. I got everything I wished for, and that was the problem all along.
Except a long-lost identical twin.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine to show up.
Well, I guess if they show up too quickly, it's not long-lost.
Yeah.
Short lost. Like, you look around, wait, where's my identical twin gone? Oh, there he is. Okay. My short lost identical twin.
Oh, Errol, I wish I could be just like him.
Do you guys have anything that has ever been long lost before? Have you ever found anything after like 20 years? Any long lost like coins or long lost hats? Or?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't lose anything when I was 7 that I desperately care about or long to have now. Sorry.
No.
Like, I still have my Nintendo 64 with Majora's Mask Special Edition, so I've got everything I need.
Sometimes I find, like, clothes that I'm like, oh, I love that top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't say long lost. I'd be like
one of my
6
favorite
months.
memories as a 12-year-old was when I was cleaning out something and I found my old wallet and there was $10 in there.
Long lost $10?
Yeah.
There
Yeah, I
you go.
found money in pockets of coats and stuff. That's the best feeling.
It's free money.
Yeah. Free money from yourself. You wrote that off in last year's tax. You're good. That's corrupt, naughty money.
I've found like long lost jokes. Like
Really?
I've looked back on my Facebook feed from like 10, 12 years
God.
ago.
That just
turned
makes
off
me
Facebook
cringe.
Memories
No,
because it makes me want to die.
because I used to put up things which I thought were like funny one-liners, and that I was that kind of Facebook poster.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'm
and I
making
read
a
them.
sandwich.
Yeah, lol. Lol, JK, it's poison. I'm killing myself now.
Put ham and salami together because I'm a mad dog.
They must have been from more than 10 years ago.
Because you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So I've been more vegetarian longer than you. Haha, I'm the winner. You're a loser.
How long have you been vegetarian for?
23 and a half years.
Jesus Christ. I haven't been anything for 23 and a half years.
You've been you.
No.
Is Damien your real name?
No.
It was
Oh,
previously Jafon.
Oh my God.
What if your original name was Alex?
I was actually Damien's long lost identical twin. And then
Oh, shit. Look at that circle. It's so full.
then I came to his life, murdered him.
The circle's full. Just play the song.
No, I'm pitching again.
Fuck you, Alex. I'll let it ride. Keep going.
Decided that I wanted to be the princess. Like, murdered Damien, took his place.
Damien 2, what made you do the podcast? Did you just see the notification pop up and like, sure, why not? It's what Damien would do.
Oh no, that party is the first time I rocked up as Damien. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, podcast. That's the thing Damien does, right?
Even though it was the first one, he just
Yeah.
And here you are now, 15-ish episodes later.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you wearing your pineapple shoes?
It's flamingos today.
How many pairs of colourful patterned Vans do you own?
A lot. It's my main expense.
Look, I think it was not the first time we hung out, but it was one of the times that we were hanging out. And you were telling me the story about how you ordered shoes for someone else, but you accidentally ordered them in your size.
Oh no, that was no accident. I was trying to buy colourful shoes for someone else that I thought they might like, and I was like, okay, and now to click the button that has the sizing drop down. I was like, hello there, 11s, you say? I'm like, don't mind if I do. And I'm like, well, it would be ridiculous to buy 2 pairs of the same pattern because like no one wants to wear them together and then we'd have to coordinate. So I'll just get the 11s for me because I know that I'm going to like them and that person can just sort their own shoes out. And there we have it.
And I mean, they were pretty fucking delightful shoes, I will admit.
Yeah.
Are these the pineapple shoes?
No, I
No.
think they were Mario ones or Princess Peach ones?
No, they weren't the Princess Peach
Or
ones.
Stars?
They might have been the... Oh, who knows?
God damn, how many of these do you have? I thought 2 was the joke.
No. So many. So many.
Didn't even know that was an option that they could come like that.
Yeah. I've got like a full shoe rack of like novelty Vans. And then there's more novelty Vans just spilling out of it. Like I'm Carrie from Sex and the City for like colourful shoes.
Wow.
For novelty Vans.
Yeah.
The whole point of the anecdote was you going at the end, oh, well, I still have to find a gift for that person now. And I'm like, we can cobble together a solution. And I'm just really proud of that.
Cobble it together.
Yeah.
It's like a shoe.
Yep. So, Alex Cabot's Case Notes is on waterfallstories.com. You should be listening to it. If you want to hear the vocal stylings of Alex and Damien and myself doing make-believes, but for reals. Like, share, subscribe. It's on the website. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on all the good places. iTunes and Spotify even. You should also do all of that for waterfallstories.com. Like, I want you, my dear friend, the listener. I think we've spent a lot of time together by now. I want you to pick a friend. Open them up on Facebook Messenger, text message, Signal, whatever you use.
Signal? Like smoke signal?
No, it's a
Like
text
a
messaging app.
like a road flare.
Yeah.
It's a encrypted text messaging app.
Wowzers.
And I want you to go, hello, friend, but instead of friend, say their actual name. For example, hello, Damien. I think you might enjoy Surprise Synopses, and then link them to your favourite episode on whichever podcasting thing they use.
And I'd be like, Harley, you're tripping, man. I'm on that show already. We do that together.
And then, if you screenshot that message and send it in a message to us on the contact page at waterfallstories.com, I will shout you out, and I will shout your friend out, and I will remind your friend just how much of a top gal and or bloke or other you really are. Because they don't deserve you if you're willing to share Surprise Synopses with them.
And follow me on Instagram.
If you can find it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alex's secret Instagram. It's an enigma.
Yeah.
It's algae.
Wait. Oh my god. You're Alex. You're also from Surprise Synopses. Oh my god. Damien's such a bitch. Did you know?
Yeah, now I've noticed. She makes me look lovely.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I mean he. I didn't mean to feminine.
Fucking misgendered me. Brutally to my face. What?
Oh, sorry. He's lovely.
Like, oh my god. How does Harley put up with all this? There's so much drama behind the scenes.
Yeah, he gets bullied a lot. I think he jerks off and cries a lot.
Oh my god. The masturbation stuff, guys. Come on. Come on.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Now get out. And goodbye. I love you.
There's a lot of emotions.
Errol was, of course, originally by a